And one of the ones that kept coming up was learning about CTM, how to set it up, kind of what it looks like, how we should be using it, and questions around CTM. Yeah, so 9 easy steps to configure your CTM. Hi, everyone. It's Mel, Senior Client Manager here at Solutions 8. Super excited about today. I've been going through all of the YouTube videos and reviewing comments on all of them and getting video ideas. And one of the ones that kept coming up was learning about CTM, how to set it up, kind of what it looks like, how we should be using it, and questions around CTM. So we thought we'd do an updated video on how to set up CTM. We have a new client that we're going to be doing that for. I'm joined today with Harsh, who is the head of our CTM team, and he helps us set up CTM and makes it super flawless and make sure there's no problems. Harsh is awesome, so I'm really excited for y'all to learn how to set up CTM, what it's all about. So Harsh, you can go ahead, take it away.
Thank you, Melissa, for such a nice introduction. So I'm sharing my screen to show you all that how CTM setup is done. So we'll start with a new account that's called Treatment Center. So let's go.
So this is going to be set up from the very beginning. You're going to see what we do to get CTM ready for our clients. Cool.
Yeah. So what we'll do, so this is the CTM interface actually, and this is the account. So before that, what we do generally, we have the CTM under our agency, and for onboarding a new account, we charge $25 for each account. So we send the link. So what client do generally is that they pay $25 and we send the link, they fill up the details, and they get onboarded under our agency. Mm-hmm. So here is the account right now. So what we'll do, so first thing first, what we need to do a CTM setup means what parameters we need to have. So basically first we need to have Google Tag Manager for this, the website, the number, and the CTM account. So what we'll do first is that we'll check the website. So what we have to search first, where is the number? How many numbers there are? So this here is the number, it ends with 6879. So what we have to see, we have to look, means every pages of the website, that if there any other numbers are there. So I'll go to the contact us page as well. So here is the number, the same number is there. Maybe there can be a different number as well. So we have to ask that if we can track that number as well.
Because ideally you would want to track any phone number that's listed on the website. We have to technically be able to track because you don't know what people are going to be calling. You might miss out on a lead if they call a number that you're not tracking, right?
Yes, correct. Absolutely correct, Melissa. So if there are 2-3 numbers, then of course customer can call from any number. So we need to track on the CTM to move more traffic, to involve more traffic. So yeah, here we can see that there is only one number. I've been through this website, I've searched it all. So there is only, I'll go to the footer as well. So yeah, 6879, there's only one number. So it's simple that we have to track only one number. Then what we have to check is that if we have got the CTM, means the correct tag manager, means correct tag or not. So I have the tag legacy over here. So if it matches with the tag means the container which we got, we have to match with that. Sometimes it happens that some other tag manager number is there, and so means CTM will not track that number. Of course, the container will be different. So we have to check it, cross-check it first. So right. This is this ends with 8P26. So now I've already opened the Google Tag Manager of this account. So 8P26. So it's correct. So container is correct. Yes. So yes. Now what we have to do is that we'll buy the number. So I'll go to the numbers. Buy numbers. So here are many options over here. Area code is there, toll free is there. So sometimes customer asks for the toll free, or in the website itself there are toll free numbers. So we can buy accordingly. I think yes, Melissa, it happened earlier also with some of the websites that client wants to track from the toll-free number.
Yes, I think the one that you and I work on together, I think they had a toll-free number, so we wanted to keep it kind of the same. So we wanted to use that one. But yeah, client, you have the option to use either or, just depending on what the client wants. And if it doesn't matter, then I think there's the toll-free just is a little bit more expensive. Is that correct?
Yes, Melissa, absolutely correct.
So if you don't really care, then you can just go with the area code, the cheaper option, which I think is probably fine.
Yeah, yes. So what we do now, as we discussed, so this is the first number will be the area code 602. So I have already on the area code tab. So I'll type 602 over here. So it came that it's simple as that. The company will be in Arizona only. So I'll search with this number. Means we'll buy the tracking number for it. Why tracking number? Because in the CTM, we need to buy tracking number so that the number can dynamically change with the website number if customer calls up, and it will be recorded in the CTM. So that's why we are buying the tracking number for CTM.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. Just to, for people who might not know at CTM, who are interested in CTM, it's obviously CallTrackingMetrics. So what this does is we buy a phone number, which is Harsh is showing right now, that will dynamically change on the client's website when they click from a Google ad. So that enables us to then track that call. And if a purchase was made or an appointment was made through that call, we can attribute that back to Google Ads. I know a lot of PPC managers out there, people getting started, even clients don't quite know how to track their calls, especially if they're a big business that it does all of their sales or appointments or most of them by phone. This is really, really important for optimization.
So thanks, Melissa, for elaborating it. So yes, so here we can see only one number. So we have to buy two numbers for it. So first thing is that. So on CTM, it's showing only one number. So what we'll do, we'll search according to what area codes are there. I'll search it on Google and I'll type over here. Before that, so this is what I found, that this is related to the health center, pain treatment center. So we have to buy HIPAA, means I have to tick over here, then I have to find the numbers. Okay, I'll cancel that first. I'll just go back again. So by numbers. Six 02 HIPAA. So the question over here, if I hover, so this says that allow when transmitting healthcare information over the phone. So what it means that it basically covers, means it's a protection for, if any patient is has a confidential report talking over the phone, it will protect those. So we generally buy HIPAA number to protect that calls. So I'll just click over here and find more number.
And this would be true for any kind of healthcare, like a doctor's office, chiropractor, dentist, yeah, any of those healthcare professionals.
Yes, absolutely. So what I'll do, I'm getting only one number over here. So I'll just go to Google. I'll search for area codes. 602-480. So we can take 480 as well, since CTM only showing that they have the carrier of only one number. So the 480 area code is primarily for the Eastern region. So we can take 480 as well. It's not a problem for us. So what I'll do, let me search 480. Is there any number 480? Yeah. So it's only. So I'll search it again. So from 480, sorry. So from 480, we are finding n number, means n numbers, means many numbers. So we can buy 480 number. It's not a problem, because we are in the same area. So different area codes are there. It's not a problem with us, since it's then we can. So I'll buy these two numbers. One for why I'm buying these two numbers is that one for the website to track the website, this website, and one for the ad extension. So I'll buy two numbers right now.
So that's going to be best practice. If they only have one phone number that we need to track on the website, it's one phone number there. And then we always need to buy a second one for ad extensions.
Yes, correct.
Great.
So I'll complete the order. So this basically the dollars which are showing over here will be deducted from the $25 only. Means the client while onboarding they have paid the $25. So within that only these amount will be deducted. And continue to configuring. So while I'll put the description to differentiate which is the Google Ads number tracking source or which is that extension. So I'll tap it over here, Google Ads. Ad extension. So what I'll do right now, so this is a voice routing, dial receiving number. So dial receiving number is basically on which operator wants to receive the call, means want to answer the call. It can be different, means sometimes client says that we want different receiving number from the website number, so we can change in routing. So I'll show you later on. So in this case dial receiving number will be the same. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this number over here from here. So I have to select the tracking source from CTM. There are n number of options over there. Since I'm tracking from the website, I'll be tracking from the website. So I've already put over here. So I'll track. This will be the first tracking source, and I'll type ad extension. Yeah. Now what I have to do, I have to select the target number. So no problem. I'll just click over here, new. What I copied first, I'll put the target number. So target number basically is the website number only. The number we are targeting is called target number. On match, it's fine. So on this page, the assign tracking number, since we have bought two tracking numbers and we are tracking from the website number only, for the ad extension also, we'll track the same website number. Because at the end, on the campaign level, we have to put the tracking number only. We don't have to put the website number. The purchase tracking number will be there in the campaign level for ad extension. So I'll save the changes. I've selected it. So it's done over here. Then I'll go to the numbers. I'll go to the tracking numbers. So I have to complete the setup from here again. Now, what will happen? I've copied the number. Again, I have to Google Ads. So on the drop-down number will come. So the configuration is done from here. So we'll land up to the so we have to check everything. We are recording inbound calls over here, not recording outbound calls. Yeah, okay. Now we have to save the changes. After seeing everything is fine. So okay. Then I'll go again to the tracking numbers. Here we can see the setup is done. We have bought the numbers according to the area code, according to the target number. Now what I'll do, the first step is done. Now what I'll do, I'll go to the tracking code, because we have to install the tracking code. Tracking code only comes when we'll buy the numbers. So we have to put the tracking code on the GTM. That's why what I told earlier, that it should match the GTM container with the website. Then only number will change. So I'll copy this tracking code and I'll go to the GTM. I'll create a new tag over here. So I'll put the name. CTM script. So what option I'll choose is the custom HTML. So this is the HTML which I've got. This is also trying. Yes, Melissa.
Oh, sorry. I guess I just had a quick question about like why custom HTML. What were the other options, I guess?
Because Melissa, it is in the HTML form, so we have to choose the means under these options custom HTML will choose, because this code is in the form of HTML tag only. So
Okay.
see over here, it's written HTML, so we'll put the HTML.
Right. Okay. And it wouldn't go in Google Ads because we're not necessarily, it's not Google, we're not tracking Google Ads. We're just tracking the call tracking right now.
Yeah, yes. We are tracking, means what we are doing is that we are integrating the CTM calls with the website. So this GTM is a container for the website, as we know that. So everything should be here, means what we want to track, or means what we want to, means any kind of things. So to integrate with the website, we have to put the tracking code which is generated in the CTM with the website. Then only the connection will happen.
Yes. Okay. Understood.
So this is done. Then what I have to do is that triggering where. So triggering to all pages, means all pages of the website. Means wherever customer lands up, whether he lands up on here or contact us or patients, if anywhere is the number he will call, and the number will dynamically change, and it will land up to CTM and call will be recorded. So that's why all pages. So I'll save it. So I have saved it a few seconds ago, all pages. What I'll do right now, I'll do the preview, whether it has done correctly or not. So I'll go to the website. I'll copy the website link. I'll just connect it with the website. Now it's landed up to the website. I'll just put a continue. So see, tag has fired. That means it has been assembled correctly. If tag means wouldn't have fired, then I think there would be a problem. Then we have to look after what is the problem. But right now we are good. So what I'll do right now, since I have already created the tag, I'll submit it. Without submitting, things will not continue to. So I'll publish it. Any questions, Melissa? I'm sorry, I'm just talking.
No, this is great. I've actually never seen this done before, so this is my first time, but it seems pretty straightforward. You just configure it in CTM. You went through all the steps. I think it was pretty clear. And then the next step is obviously just setting up the tag and tag manager. And that seems also pretty straightforward. So I think we're good.
Okay, thank you.
Doing a great job.
Thank you so much. So this is the second step. Second step is completed. Now what we have to do, we are going to do the third step. So I'm going to the calls right now. Then I'll check again the numbers, tracking numbers. It's yes done. It's active right now. So what we have to do, we have to, now the CTM is connected it with the website through GTM. Okay. Now we have to do what? We have to configure it internally, mean the calls and the conversion action. Let's say if call will come, how it will integrate to the Google Ads account. So I have to go to the Google Ads account. This Paint Treatment Center, I have the access. So what I'll create right now, since this is the fresh account, I will create the conversion action for Google Ads source for the website basically, and for the ad extension. So here it is. So I'll go to the new conversion action. So these are options. So what we do generally, basically the calls which are coming on, we are importing it. Earlier because there was no integrating thing on the CTM, so we do it manually. We did it manually. So now there is automation and we know how to do the automation in the CTM. So the leads will or means automatically import. So I'll choose this one. So here are many options. So what I'll do, other data sources or CRMs, means we are taking the other data source, means CTM is the CRM, so it's the other data source. So wait, I think I will
Harsh,
take this. Yeah.
I just have a quick question. So the difference track calls from your ads or website, so that conversion action and the import, is that the track calls from your ads or website will just give you a number. You received one call and that's all the information that you get and they clicked kind of thing. But then if we import the data, we actually get the tracked call from that number. We have the recorded voice recording. We know if they made a purchase. We'll know if they booked an appointment, how much that purchase was, because that'll all be tracked in that recorded call and we can import that data back into Google Ads. Is that correct?
Absolutely correct, Melissa. Absolutely. For this only, we are creating a conversion action. The every data means every lead means we read it manually. Of course, we listen the calls. So if the sales is going on, if the sales will happen, then it will be recorded in this conversion action. We are creating it right now. So
right, and then the track calls from your website just does not have any of that information, obviously, because there's no way that other conversion action is what I'm talking about. That's just there was a call that happened, don't know the details.
yeah, the call that happened, we will get in the CTM. Okay, means the visitor data and everything will come in the CTM. And what we are doing, if we'll rate the 5-star, let's say if there is a good quality call, we have rated the 5-star. So we have the parameters which I'll show you later on. So let's say if I'll give a 5-star, if it's a good lead, that conversion will be recorded according to the date, means on which date the call has come. That very day will show over here in the conversion action which I'm creating right now. Means every conversion or sales is going on, it will record it in the Google Ads account in these conversion action only.
Yes, perfect.
So what I'll do right now, so for website, we'll name as a online call tracking and we'll select this track conversion from click. So over here also you can see that select track conversion to import conversion that proceeded with a click on ID. So we have to understand that on CTM, on which parameter leads get recorded in the Google Ads. So it records in the form of GCLEAD, Google Click ID. So we have to select this from clicks. So if some customer calls up, it recorded in the form of clicks, means GCLEADs. So that click only will be recorded in the Google Ads. So we'll select this for website. So I'll just, the drop down, I'll choose option other, and I will put this is the website, basically Google Ads source. So I'll put online call tracking CTM. To avoid any confusion, I just put the CTM over here. So we have to choose this, use different values of each conversion, because we don't know what will be the value of the conversion is. So means if any sales goes on, they will choose a different value according to the CTM recorded. That value will be chosen. So we will choose this option. So we'll choose count every, since we are rating it manually. So if the same customer is calling up again and again, we do the follow-up. We don't give the 5-star again as a lead. So we'll choose it count every. Data driven, it's simple as that. It's recommended. So yeah, this conversion action for the website has created. Any question, Melissa?
No, I think that's pretty straightforward. So if we want to go through the steps again, so the first step is configure it in CTM. The second step is then to configure it with Tag Manager, which will be configuration on the website. And then the third is to set it up inside of Google Ads, which you've just shown. So I think it's all like very straightforward. If you follow the direction, Harsh gave great directions. I'm sure if viewers follow along, it'd be easy enough to set up.
Yeah. Again, for the website is completed. Now I'll do for the ad extension. The same thing I have to do is to import and manual import using API uploads. What I'll do right now, since CTM is using third-party API for the ad extension, so we will track the conversion from calls only, because we are putting tracking number directly on the campaign level. So it will not change dynamically. So we have to select this. Okay, tracking conversion for calls. So I'll continue.
I forgot about the extension. Good. You know what you're doing.
Yeah. So this will be the, I'll name it call only, call tracking, CTM again. Call only, call tracking, CTM. Then again, the same thing, use different values, every data driven recommended. I'll continue with this. Then I'll skip this because any which ways we have already put the tracking code on the GTM. So here, two conversions. See, call from ads, it's from ad extension, import website, import from clicks. So yes, it will remain inactive for now. So I'll explain you why. So this is, since I've told you that this is CTM is using third-party API. So when, let's say, from the ad extension call will come, and if it's a lead, and if it's not a visitor data is there, okay, call is coming from ad extension, but visitor data is not there. I'll show you up. Let's say, I'll go for some other account. I'll choose, let's say, so let's say this is the ad extension. Okay, the call tracking conversion action is for that only. So let's say there will be a blank, no session data will be there. So what will happen? And if it's a lead, since it's an existing customer, so we didn't give the 5-star. So if it's a lead, let's say 5-star, we has given it as a lead. And if it's blank, then only the conversion will reflect in the call tracking, and it will pull the data and it will become active. So we don't have need to bother, because many of the client, Melissa, many of the specialists also used to, why it's still an inactive. So I used to show them up, yeah, this is, yes, call has come from ad extension, but session data is there. So if the session data is there, and if it's a lead, then it will reflect in online call tracking only. Okay.
Got it.
Melissa? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So, okay, this is it. So I've explained a lot, so I'm so sorry. So this is how it works. So yes, this is a conversion action we have created for these two. Now we have to do a fourth step, is that we have to integrate the CTM with the Google Ads now. What we have done earlier is that we have integrated the CTM with the website. Now we will integrate with the Google Ads. So what I'll do it right now, since I'm already, let's say, I'll go to one account. Let's say, so I means we have, for automation, we have created certain trigger according to our parameters. Since we give 5-star, as you can see here, and we give sales value as well with the 5-star. So in every account, there is a trigger that pulls these leads to the Google Ads accounts. For that only, we will create a trigger. So it's already created over here. So I'll copy this trigger and it will be copied in the new account. So I'll go to the flows. You will find a trigger over here, which we have created for our agency. We can create n kind of triggers, n number of triggers according to our, but we find it better, so we are using it. So I'll go here. Since this is the trigger, basically we rate 5-star call lead conversions. So we renamed it. So there are different presets are there. We can do a number of things over here, but this trigger I'll copy here. Other account I will select. Then I'll search it for.
So if you were setting this up for the first time though, Harsh, would you mind walking us through, once you're done copying it, just walking us through what it looks like if you were setting this up for the very first time?
Sure, Melissa, I'll just walk you through. No problem. So yes, it's copied. I'll save the changes. Okay, reload the page. So now I'll go to the where we were earlier. I think the trigger must have copied there. Yes, it's here right now. So I'll walk you through over here. This is the trigger basically. What is trigger? Basically, trigger is simple. The term is simple. That how it works. Trigger means if some lead has come. So the click ID, those click ID in the form of click ID, the calls in the form of click ID will trigger that click ID to our Google Ads account. This is how trigger works. So what we do generally, we create the trigger over here. Let's say we can do a number. So let's say if any of the other client want to rate 4-star as a lead, so they can rename it 4-star call conversion. So this is the trigger name. So we have the different drop downs. When call ends immediately, at the end of the call, 1 hour after call is captured. So what we do means we found is the best is that whenever sale data is updated for any activity in the sense for any call, any activity, if any sale data happens, that trigger will pull as a conversion in the Google Ads. So now,
so that just means once you update it to be 5-star, that's the trigger essentially. That's the sales data. Or correct me if I'm wrong here. So once it's rated and the information is inputted, that's the trigger then to, I guess, connect back to Google Ads.
Yes, Melissa, correct. So yes, sale data in the form of 5-star also it can be in the form of, let's say, $5,000, $4,000. That all sale data will be updated in an activity, and it will pull that trigger. So that's why we have selected this. So this means there are, yeah, please, sorry.
It could be whatever the company or the person wants that trigger to be. So you could set it as the 5-star. You could set it as when there's a dollar amount inputted. You could do it as if it's a 3-star call or a 4-star call, that could be your trigger.
Yes, absolutely correct, Melissa. So I'll just go down. I'll show you what we can put. Means on down means if I scroll down, there will be different condition. We have to put different condition accordingly, which we want to take it as, for the calls. So this is trigger we have selected. I'll show you. So what I'll do is that trigger for all activities. So I'll just on it over here. So this is the workflow basically. Okay. So this trigger has been set. Now we will create a workflow inside this trigger page, means or interface you can say. So this is a workflow we have created. So we can add workflow, means any kind of workflow. Let's say, for example, I have added the workflow. If you want to just track a record according to the tracker call on Google Ads in terms of date only, okay, or let's say talk time. So we can add n number of conditions. Let's say talk time equals to 60 seconds. So earlier it used to happen that many of the agencies right now also, I think, Melissa, they're using that equals to 60 seconds, then it will term as a lead. But that's not true, to be honest, because it can be a fake conversion. Any customer has called 60.
Yeah, it's a little sneaky. I don't like that. Yeah. It would mean that any call, it could be a garbage call and it could be 60 seconds. It could be spam. And then that would report lead, which is not truthful. So that's why I guess what makes us different for Solutions 8 is that we have Harsh and his team that go through and listen and rate the calls, not just like anything over 60 seconds is a lead. We actually listen to the quality of the call. That's a good tidbit.
Yeah, also, Melissa, I'll just want to discuss that I have tried AI also. So for AI, what we have noticed that 50% ratio is there for a lead. What we rate means we listen it. Of course, it's a tedious job, but it's fruitful. Why? And it's essential as well. AI sometimes give bad remark, means if it's a lead, they will term it as a it's not lead and will not convert it as a lead. So we have tried and tested that was that also, but it comes out of like 50-50 kind of thing. So we are still doing it manually. So yes, let's come to this over here. So I'll show you. So I've shown that we can add different conditions for our for under our agency. What we do is that we just score as a 5-star. Means let's say if there is a good lead, if the customer is asking about the product, if they are purchasing the product, if means relevant calls, if they are asking for any kind of thing which is relevant to the client, which is relevant to the product, which is relevant to the website, or if any sales is happening, then we will rate as a 5-star. So over here we have put the condition if the score equals 5-star. If we'll put the 5-star over there in the call, and it will match with this 5-star because you're putting the condition. Now the tracking source, what we have bought is the tracking source is that Google Ads and ad extension. It will come over here by default because we have already bought it. So ad extension, so we don't have to add any rule over here. I'll go down now. So what we have further added is that let's say some client wants, it's a lead gen, let's say if it's a lead gen account, if they want to let's say no purchase is happening, they want to track only leads, so we don't need to put this conversion amount. Okay, we will only rate 5-star and rate like booked appointment or something, anything, means they are only booking appointment or something. In this case this is also lead gen. But what happens is that in this account is that let's say if any patient calls up and calling up and they are paying online on the call itself, let's say $250 for appointment, and they are taking taking the card details and everything. So in this case, if it's a lead gen, it's okay, but we will put the sales condition for the sales value so that the value also get reflected. Got it?
Got it. And I think that's really important for even if the business is not appointments based, like somebody calls and books an appointment. If they're, for instance, I have a client that sells very large value products, and more people go towards setting up an account and then purchasing over the phone and talking to somebody about that product because they need more information. It's a large purchase. You don't want to just make it on the internet. So they'll call and they'll talk to somebody and then they'll make that purchase over the phone. So I think that's important for that case scenario. And just to give everybody the differentiation between the two types of businesses, like booking a call lead gen, but then there's also lead gen where they might purchase over the phone.
That's great, Melissa. Yeah, well explained. Yeah, so this is how it works. So we have this 5-star. Let's say for any call which didn't go on purchase, but if it's a lead, so that will rate as a 5-star. Or we have put the condition or conversion amount is set. If there is conversion amount set in the call, that will also reflect in that conversion action. So we have put the rules accordingly, how we want convert as a conversion in the Google Ads. So or conversion amount set. Right now I'll go down, then perform following actions. So right now I don't think conversion action will come. Yeah, so this part is done. I will left from this part. So this one more thing. So since we have the rules over here for the conversion amount, so what we have to do, we have to put the value also over here. Let's say if any means, see these are the activities, these are the scores, how we want to be scored, enhanced. So if I'll click over here, conversion amount, so if there is a value on a particular call, it will take the sales value. Okay, so this part for the timing is done. Now the conversion time, why it needs to be activity time. Let's say if the calls, so I'll show you the option as well. So it's a event time and activity time. So over here it's clearly shown that use the activity time start time. Let's say what we do is there's a time difference. So let's say we are rating it later, means after 5 years or 5 hours or 6 hours. But when the call will come, let's say call has come right now and we are rating it after 5 hours, but that not 5 hours, let's say after one day. Okay, so after one day, but the if I am taking the activity time over here, then that particular call will be shown as a conversion on that particular day, not the next day on which day we have rated. So we generally put activity time, means it's
Yeah,
basically, yeah, please continue.
that's really important. That's just a really important side for, note for if you're setting this up for a client, because you want to know the different. They could be looking in their back end and say, actually, that sale went through on this date, whereas CTM says the next date. So it's really important that it's set to that activity time and not the event time, right? For that
Correct,
purpose.
correct, Melissa. Yes, absolutely correct. So I'll save the changes right now. So now what I'll do, I'll go. Okay, what happened? Add action. Okay, wait. Activity time, sales value. Okay, I'll just save changes. Okay, sorry. I have to delete this just to show you I've created this. Now I think it will save the changes. Yes. So now this is saved for a while. Since online conversion will not show over here, what I have to do, go further. I have to go to the settings. Then now what I have to do is to integrate it. So how I will integrate with the Google Ads account? So now I have created the trigger, okay, for automation. Now I'll go to the integration. Then over here there are n number, means we have to connect for analytics as well. I'll show you in this call only. So first we have to integrate with the Google Ads account. So I'll go direct connect, settings. Now, so these many accounts we have already integrated. Now I'll integrate this particular account. So what I'll do, so these are the drop down, means we have many MCCI, we have n number of accounts. So we have already connected with different MCCI 1, MCCI 2, let's say, for different things. So what we have to see where it is. It is an MCCI 5. So what I'll do, I will search in the drop down where is MCCI 5. I've selected this. Wait, MCCI 5. Yes. So these are accounts in the MCCI 5 we're already seeing right now. So what I'll do, I'll go down over here, link one Google Ads account, because we have to link that particular account. So since that Google Ad account is under our agency, this CTM all means all account means all clients account under our agency, it will come over here. So let's say I'll type the drop down. I think it should come. I'll type again over here Google Ads account. Yeah, it came. Now what I have to do, I have to save the changes. Now it came over here. Now what I'll do, I'll select here, I'll go down again, lead conversion action. So see, means that conversion action will reflect over here in the drop down. Okay, so over there we have created for the website. It came over here. Now I'll go down, sales action. Then again, online call tracking, means let's say it's a lead conversion action. Okay, so online call tracking 5-star will be reflected if something sales happens. So that sale will happen in the online call tracking, means the conversion value will be reflected in the online call tracking only. So these are the two parameters. Again, I'll go to the drop down legacy tracking setup. So phone number conversion action. Now phone number conversion action will call only call tracking for the ad extension. Now the end part is that conversion trigger, the trigger which we have created now. So over here, that 5-star call get conversion will come. So we have created the trigger, it will come. So we will save the changes. Any questions, Melissa, if I'm going fast?
No, I guess my only question is if they weren't an MCCI, if they were just an individual, that initial step where you're
Yeah.
selecting the,
Okay.
yeah, if we go back there.
Yeah, sure, I'll go. So what we have to do is that, a great question, by the way. So what we have to do is that I have to click here. Let's say they have the different Google. Let's say MCCI 6 is there. I don't have the access for it, and I want to connect it with CTM. So I just click over here, Google user. Then it will be forward that particular user account. Means what is the ID of that account? I will put
Right.
the ID and password. It will be connected with that, and it will be shown over here.
And that should be the account that your Google Ads is set up through.
Yes, absolutely. Means
Got
any
it.
account, let's say MCCI 6 or means MCCI 7, which is not connected with the CTM, we can connect it. It's not a problem.
Right. So if you're an individual, you have a Google Ads account, or even if you're a freelancer and you have a client's Google Ads account, you would add in your email that the Google Ads account is created through, or you would add your client's email that the Google Ads is created through. And obviously you would have to get their permission to like log in and all of that. But it just has to be that email that the Google Ads account is connected to.
Yes, absolutely. Just I need to have that permission. The mail ID means login credentials. Then we can connect to the CTM. Means any individual can do that with different account.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So now I'll go back again. Yeah, now everything is pretty clear. Is integrated with the Google Ads account now. Again, I'll go to the trigger. So now the drop down will show over there. So I'll go to the flows. On the flows itself, trigger will come. So over here, see, since we have integrated with the Google Ads, drop down will come. It's simple. Call only tracking. We have already put this parameter, sales value. Sale will happen. Any sales will happen. It will reflect in the conversion action. These are the two conversion actions basically. Now I'll save the changes over here. Now it's completed. One more thing, we have to connect CTM with the analytics, because since we have analytics account as well. So from CTM itself, we will connect it. So I'll go to the integration. I'll go fast now. I think I'm taking time, so I'll go to the analytics.
No problem.
Okay. So again, it's an MCCI 5. If you don't have any other Gmail or we can click over here, like we have shown for the Google Ads. So I'll go over here. I'll search for new data stream. Since J4 already introduced, so J4 is here. So automatically match send events when no J4 session data is available. So they can send the events. So I'll search for the J4. I'll search again. Yeah, it came up 794. And J property, drop down, that property will come as well. And the website link, the fallback J data stream. So I'll save the changes over here. Now I'll go to the drop down again, since we have to search over here again, because we have to assign that particular amount. Pain treatment center. So I have assigned, I've saved the changes over here. Now it's connected to the analytics as well. I mean, the CTM data can be reflected, will reflected in the Google Analytics as well.
Perfect.
So this is done. And again, what I'll do is that I will do the cross check. Since we have already done with the GTM, now what I'll do, I'll show how to check that number is dynamically changing or swiping or not. So we were here. So what I was showing is that we have to go to the website to check the number whether it's dynamically changing or not. So I'm in the website. I have just to copy this web link. Then I go to the incognito mode. I just paste it over. The Jiklead test will be question mark after slash question mark Jiklead equal to test. And see the number is changing with our purchase tracking number. Let's check it here. 6243. Yeah. Yes. It's good.
Great. So also, Harsh, you wanted to talk about the tracking code on the website.
Yes, Melissa. So it is very important to put the tracking code on the website because sometimes Jiglit can jump. Means let's a customer calls from on this website link, then he jumps to the another page, then we can miss the Jiglits. So although the tracking code is on the GTM, but it has to be placed on the website as well. Our client has placed already. I'll show you where it will be shown. I'll just click it, view web source, Control F. I'll just type CTM. So here is our tracking code basically. And where you can find the tracking code is here.
And this is just to be pasted in for every page on the website, correct? They just put it every page.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. And it should be in the in between the heads, not in the body section.
In the header section. Okay, that's good to know. So in the header section of every page on the website. Okay. And sorry, can you just show us one more time, Harsh, where you found the script in the in CTM?
Yeah, I'll show it again. So this is the account. I'll go to the numbers. Then I'll go, here are the dynamic numbers. Here's the tracking code over here. I have to click there. Then this is the tracking code script. And it's written over here, copy and paste the tracking code between the heads of each page of your website.
Perfect.
So this is done and this number is changing. So no issues with the CTM. Everything is integrated now. Now, the last thing is that we have to check or we have to put the right time zone because every website and every client has a different time zone. So call should come on that very time zone. So I'll go to the account settings over here. I'll click here. Then I'll go to the account settings. I'll scroll it down. See, I've already put the timing. So different time zone can come, means according to the website, or we can ask from the client. It's in Telefy also. So, and I have to put the number. This is the healthcare I've already put. I have to click over here, update account. So it will be updated. That's all. That's all from the CTM side. It's been set up.
Oh, easy peasy. You make it look so easy, Harsh.
Thank you, Melissa.
All right, I'm just going to share my screen, and then I will share a not really a checklist, but just a step-by-step, and we'll just review it together. So if you are watching this video and you want to screenshot this just to give yourself kind of like a guideline, I think it would be helpful. I found it helpful. So step one was to configure the CTM, so buying your numbers. Step two was to place tracking code on GTM. Step three, create your conversion action in Google Ads. This should be in, not on, in. Step four is to create the automation trigger in CTM. Step five is to integrate CTM with Google Ads. Step six, connect CTM with your GA4. Step seven, place the tracking code on the website. Step eight, ensure the time zone is correct. And then step nine, test your number to make sure that it dynamically changes on the website. So 9 pretty easy steps. Would you say it's pretty easy to learn, Harsh?
Yeah, it's super easy, Melissa. It's not an issue.
Yeah. So 9 easy steps to configure your CTM. And also, Harsh, I was thinking if people are having a hard time setting up CTM, I know that you had mentioned to me that the knowledge base is pretty helpful. So CTM has a pretty robust knowledge base that people can utilize.
Yeah, knowledge base is like means everything. It's a Bible of a CTM basically. So if you're gonna search anything, means I sometimes don't seek support from the CTM support. So I used to go and search it first on knowledge base. So everything is there in knowledge base. Anyone can search it and it's pretty easy. Just write the tagline like tracking number, target number, or analytics, anything. So even email campaign, how to set up it. So it's pretty easy.
I think that's going to be our next video, is how to set up CTM for email campaign. What do you think?
Sure, Melissa.
Yeah, that sounds great.
We'll do it together.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below. There's 9 easy steps for you to set up CTM for your clients, which will significantly help your tracking with Google Ads. Yeah, you know the drill. Like, click, subscribe, do all of those things, and we'll see you on our next video.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks, Harsh.
Hi everyone, Regina here with Starter PPC. I'm going to walk through an account setup, and we're going to diagnose why things aren't working and what to do about it. So before I begin, I want to tell you that this is a fashion accessories brand. The accessories are a little bit like